Hey everyone, it's Megan here from Megan Makes Do, and today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely Picot Fan Stitch. This is a gorgeous lacy stitch and it's featured in my brand new Delta Cardi crochet pattern. For today's tutorial, we are using Lion Brand's Nubu, which is 100% lyocell. It's a weight 4 yarn, and it's really nice and soft, perfect for summer. It can be a little bit splitty due to the way that it's twisted, but it works up really nicely, especially in this Picot Fan stitch that we're doing today. I'm also using a size G 4.5mm crochet hook, so go ahead and grab your supplies and let's get started. Okay, so to start the Picot Fan stitch, we're going to want to make sure that we have a multiple of 12 plus 1, and then for that beginning chain we're also going to add another one. So for this tutorial I'm going to go ahead and chain a total of 26. So that's 24, which is a multiple of 12, plus 1, and then plus an additional chain since it's the beginning and it's the start. So go ahead and let's chain 26 total to start. Okay, so now I have my 26 chains right here, and for row 1, we're going to start by working a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. And then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip 3 and then single crochet into the next. And we're just going to repeat that all the way across our row. So again, chain 5, skip 3, single crochet in the next. And I'll go ahead and write out the instructions in the description below so that you can follow along as well, because this is kind of a complicated stitch, and I think it will help to take a look at the written instructions as well as following along with the video tutorial. So just continue to chain 5, skip 3, and then single crochet in the next until you hit that last stitch in your first row. Okay, so here is the end of row 1. You'll see that we have some single crochets as well as some chain 5 spaces. So for row 2, we're actually going to be working into those chain 5 spaces. So we're going to chain 5. This counts as a double crochet plus a chain 2. Okay, and then we're going to turn our work and we're going to single crochet into the first chain 5 space. So we're going to round those chains. Then into the next chain 5 space, we're going to work 8 double crochet. So again, for row 2, we're only working into those chain 5 spaces. And we're going to start. This is the foundation of our fan. So these 8 double crochet are what are going to become our beautiful fan stitch in our pattern. Okay, so there's our last double crochet. Now into the next chain 5 space, we're going to work 1 single crochet. Okay, so there's our first fan. Now we're going to chain 5. And then we're going to single crochet into the next chain 5 space and then 8 double crochet into the following chain 5 space. So just going to repeat that over and over all the way across our row, and we're going to end after that last single crochet into the chain 5 space. So since we only have 2 fans on this little sample we're making, it's going to look a little different when you actually work the full pattern or make a longer swatch. Okay, so now we're going to end with a single crochet into the chain 5 space, just making sure that my beginning single crochet of that row is not twisted. Okay, so that's the end of our repeats, and then we're going to chain 2 and double crochet into the single crochet at the end. So we're kind of starting and beginning the same. And here's what we'll have after row 2. So again, for the written instructions, just go ahead and look at the description below. It'll make a little bit more sense, I think. For row 3, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then we're going to work a single crochet into that first stitch, and then we're going to skip the chain 2, and we're going to work right into that first double crochet. And what we're going to do now is we're going to work 7 picot double crochets. So make a regular double crochet stitch, then chain 3, and then I like to do this into the side. So into the top 2 little strands here on the side of my double crochet, I'm going to slip stitch. So that's what's called a double crochet picot, or a picot double crochet, however you want to say it. And we're going to do that 7 times. So work a regular double crochet, chain 3, and then slip stitch into the side of the double crochet. And what you'll get is a double crochet with that little picot stitch at the very end. So do this 7 times, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so now let's make sure we have our 7 picot double crochets, and then into this last double crochet, I'm just going to work a regular double crochet stitch. So that ends our first fan, and now I'm going to single crochet into the next chain 5 space. So inside that chain 5 space, I'm going to work a regular single crochet, and then I'm going to repeat that. So I'm going to do 7 picot double crochets, and we're going to do that all the way around our fan, ending with 1 regular double crochet at the end. Okay, so then we work our last stitch, that regular double crochet right here, and then we've gotten to the end, and instead of working into this chain 5 space, I like to work my last single crochet into the 3rd turning chain. Okay, so that will be the end of row 3, and you can see that we've gotten our Lacy Picot Fan stitches here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to repeat that over and over. So the next 3 rows are what we'll repeat. So row 4 starts with a chain 8, which counts as a double crochet plus a chain 5. And then we're going to turn. So for this row, we're going to be working those chain 5 spaces again. We're going to skip the first 2 picot stitches and then single crochet into that 3rd picot stitch. Then we're going to chain 5. We're going to skip a picot stitch and work a single crochet into the next picot stitch. Then we're going to chain 5 again. We're going to skip those last 2 picot stitches, and we're going to work a double crochet into the single crochet right after those picot stitches. And then we're just going to repeat that until the end. So chain 5, skip 2 picot stitches, single crochet into the next picot, chain 5, skip 1 picot stitch and work a single crochet into the next. And then we're going to chain 5 again, and then we are going to double crochet into that last single crochet of the row, which makes it even on both ends. So how we started with the chain 8, which counted as a double crochet plus chain 5, we end with the chain 5 and a double crochet. So here we've set ourselves back up to make more fan stitches. So row 5, we're going to chain 5, turn, this counts as a double crochet and a chain 2. We're going to single crochet into that first chain 5 space, and then in the next chain 5 space we're going to work 8 double crochets, just like we did for row 2. Okay, and then we are going to single crochet into the next chain 5 space, then chain 5, and single crochet into the next chain 5 space, and then work 8 double crochet again into the next chain 5 space. So our fans during this stitch are going to stack one on top of the other. So you'll always know where this beginning base row of the fan, the 8 double crochet, should go right above the previous fan. So that's an extra little tip so you know that you're staying on track with your stitches. So after this last set of 8 double crochet, we're going to single crochet into the last chain 5 space, chain 2, and then we're going to double crochet into the third turning chain. And that's how we're going to end row 5. Okay, so here you'll see that we've got our next set of fan stitches ready for those picot stitches. And then from here on out, we're just going to repeat rows 3 through 5 until you've gotten to the point that you like. So we're going to do another row 3 here, chain 1, turn, single crochet into the first stitch. We're going to skip that chain 2 again and work 7 picot double crochets and then 1 regular double crochet into those 8 fan double crochets. Okay, so here's our last picot double crochet, and then we'll work our regular double crochet into that last double crochet stitch. And then again, we're going to single crochet into the chain 5 space, and then repeat that again. So 7 picot double crochets and 1 regular double crochet, and that's going to make our pretty picot fan. So if you're working on the Delta Cardi, you'll repeat rows 3 through 5 for a number of rows, and then you'll end your repeat on a row 4. So that way you have a nice line of stitches that's created by those chain 5s to evenly work into. So we'll keep going here, finish up our double crochet picot stitches into this last fan. Okay, so now here's our regular double crochet, and then to end, again, we're going to work a single crochet into the third turning chain at the end. So there's the end of row 3, and then we're going to do one more row 4 repeat, which is where we typically end if you do the delta cardie. So chain 8, which counts as a double crochet plus a chain 5, skip 2 picots, single crochet into the next, chain 5, skip 1 picot, single crochet into the next, chain 5, skip 2 picot stitches, double crochet into the single crochet, and then repeat. So chain 5, skip 2 picot stitches, single crochet into the next, chain 5, skip 1 picot stitch and single crochet into the next one, chain 5, and then we're going to double crochet into that last single crochet. And there we have the Picot Fan Stitch. So here you can see it's a simple 3-row repeat. It produces a really beautiful stitch, and you can just continue on repeating those 3 rows until you get the hang of this stitch. And if you want to try it out for yourself, you can go ahead and check out my Delta Cardie, which is free on my blog. I'll put a link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you'll like and subscribe.